Auntie Bisi, with tears in her eyes and anger in her voice, said to Bimbo, "It is only God that will judge you and your children for manipulating my brother to will all his properties to you. As long as the God I serve is alive, you will know no peace until you are exposed and disgraced." It all began when Dapo was only 8 years old. He was in the car with his mom when a commercial trailer lost its brake and rammed into their car on the highway. They were immediately rushed to the hospital, but Dapo's mom was pronounced dead on arrival. Dapo, on the other hand, was unconscious, and every effort to wake him up proved abortive, so the young boy was in coma for 7 years. When Dapo eventually got out of coma after 7 years, he developed anterograde amnesia. The amnesia prevented him from remembering present or future events. He could only remember past events. 2 weeks after coming back from coma, Dapo was taken home to his father's house by his dad and Auntie Bisi, who was by him all through his time in the hospital. When Dapo got home, he was surprised to see Bimbo and her 2 children. He had been the only child for as long as he could remember, so seeing other kids, especially younger ones in the house, came as a big surprise to him, but he didn't say anything. After Dapo had settled in, his dad sat him down to tell him all that happened while he was in the hospital. He told him how he was miserable after the death of his mom, and how lawyer Sheun introduced him to Bimbo after 18 months of being all by himself to help him get through his grief and resume a normal life. He went further to tell him how they got married 6 months after their meeting and the birth of Tolu 1 year after and Tola 3 years later. Chief Bunmi Williams also brought up Dapo's mental health condition. He told him what the doctor said, that as a result of the injuries sustained to his head from the accident, he would find it difficult to remember things going forward. He gave him a special voice and video recorder and a special notepad to use in recording things that would help him not to forget important things. Ever since Bimbo set her eyes on Dapo, she had been uneasy. She felt threatened by the young boy's presence, so she did everything within her power to frustrate him. She and her children treated Dapo like an outcast. This continued for months. Chief Bunmi Williams on several occasions had serious quarrels with his wife Bimbo over the way she and her children were maltreating Dapo. He would tell her to see Dapo as her son and the children should treat him as their elder brother. But all his efforts were in futility. After many futile attempts to make Bimbo and her children see reasons with him, Chief Bunmi Williams finally asked his younger sister Bisi to come take Dapo to live with her in Asun State. While at his aunt's place, Dapo was given a private tutor to homeschool him because of his cognitive challenge. While homeschooling, he also brushed up on his painting skills, which he became very good at. Chief Bunmi Williams was a very talented painter, something he did as hobby. He taught Dapo how to paint at a very young age. Growing up, painting was a bonding moment for young Dapo and his dear father. Since Dapo came to live with his aunt in Asun State 10 years ago, Chief Bunmi Williams made it a point of duty to visit them every month. On his last visit, he told his sister about his deteriorating health and that his doctor advised that it was about time he started putting his house together. One fateful day, Chief Bunmi Williams brought out his canvas to paint what would be his last and final painting. The last time he ever painted was when Dapo's mom was still alive. He made a very beautiful allegorical painting and put it up in his living room. After several months of battling, Chief Bunmi Williams finally succumbed to the sickness. He died peacefully at home in his sleep. When Auntie Bisi and Dapo got the news of the passing of Chief Bunmi Williams, they were utterly devastated. so they both came to Lagos the following day. Upon Auntie Bisi and Dapo arriving at Chief Bunmi Williams' house in Lagos, they were met with the usual hostility from Bimbo and her 2 children. As per Chief Bunmi Williams' express instruction, he was buried 7 days after his death at the Ikoyi cemetery, and a lavish burial ceremony was held at his residence in Victoria Island. 2 weeks after Chief Bunmi Williams' burial, Lawyer Seun gathered the whole family, including Mr. Donald, Chief Bunmi's personal driver, for the reading of his will. Lawyer Seun started by stating, "This is the last will and testament of Chief Bunmi Williams. Everything contained in this will is the final wish of Chief Bunmi. If perhaps anyone is dissatisfied with the will, he or she can seek redress in the court of law." After that, Lawyer Seun went straight into reading the will proper. According to him, Chief Bunmi Williams willed all his properties and assets, both tangible and intangible, including his company, cars, shares, stocks, interest and investments in other companies, to his lovely wife Bimbo Williams, and to his son Dapo Williams. He willed his last and final painting hanging in his sitting room. Mr. Donald looked sternly into Lawyer Seun's eyes and told him, "I never knew you were such a snake. We both know Chief never made the will you read to us. Chief cannot be so callous to exclude his beloved son and sister from his will." Lawyer Seun, in response, told him that if they are aggrieved about the will, they should stop ranting like lazy dogs. They should go to court. After much protest from Auntie Bisi, Dapo, and Mr. Donald, they stormed out of the meeting, leaving Bimbo, her children, and Lawyer Seun behind. Mr. Donald was taking Auntie Bisi and Dapo back to Asun State when they were stopped by the men of the Nigerian police force just 5 minutes away from Chief Bunmi Williams' house. They were asked to come out of the car for searching. The officers searched Mr. Donald first, and they found a wrap of marijuana on him. They searched Dapo and found same on him. When they searched Auntie Bisi, there was nothing on her, so they proceeded to search her luggage and found a large wrap of marijuana on it. So, all 3 of them were arrested and taken to the police station. Not knowing what was going on, Auntie Bisi called Lawyer Seun to tell him what happened and asked him to come secure their release from the station. He told her blatantly that he was too busy to come, that she should call another lawyer. The 3 suspected drug peddlers, as they were alleged, ended up sleeping over at the station. The following morning, Auntie Bisi was able to reach Dr. Jayesimi Ayodeji, a senior advocate of Nigeria, who was an old classmate of Chief Bunmi Williams. Dr. Jayesimi hurriedly came to the station to secure their bail, but unfortunately he was unable to. The divisional police officer refused to release them on bail, stating that the State Commissioner of Police asked that the matter be transferred to the State's Criminal Investigation Department. Lawyer Seun and Bimbo had succeeded in influencing the authorities. Meanwhile, while Auntie Bisi, Dapo, and Mr. Donald were at the police station, Bimbo and Lawyer Seun were busy making plans on how to obtain probate from the probate registry to be able to administer the estate of Chief Bunmi Williams. Sensing there was a foul play in the arrest and refusal to release Dapo, his aunt, and Mr. Donald on bail, Dr. Jayesimi was left with no other choice but to involve the Inspector General of Police in the matter, and immediately they were all released. After their release, Auntie Bisi briefed Dr. Jayesimi on how she believed Bimbo and her children colluded with Lawyer Seun to rewrite her brother's will, that the will that was read to them was not and cannot be the true will of her brother. Dr. Jayesimi agreed with her and said that the Williams he knew would not make such will, but that in the interim his hands were tied, as he could not take any step without having substantial evidence to rely on. On getting home, Dapo took the painting purportedly willed to him by his father and hung it on the wall of his room. While gazing at the painting in awe and admiration of his father's work, his eyes caught a very familiar scene on the painting. It was a safe locker in his dad's gym house. He used to go there with his dad when he was little. Chief Bunmi Williams drew a road map to the locker room and embedded the passcode in the painting. Upon the discovery, Dapo told his aunt and Dr. Jayesimi, so they all went to the gym house to see what was in the locker. When they opened the locker, they found a videotape inside. They took the tape to Dr. Jayesimi's office to view the contents. Chief, speaking in the video, said, "If you are watching this video right now, it means I have gone to be with my fathers. I am making this video because I know I can't trust Lawyer Seun with my will. He is the unwanted guest one cannot do away with. 3 years after I married Bimbo, Mr. Donald, my driver, informed me of his suspicion about Bimbo and Lawyer Seun. So I asked him to follow them around, and it turned out they were having an affair. Upon further investigation, I discovered they were both having an affair before he introduced her to me, and they continued their affairs even after our marriage. Having knowledge of their affair, I secretly carried out DNA tests on Tola and Tolu, and it turned out they are both not my children. I couldn't get rid of Bimbo and Lawyer Seun because they know too much about me and my business and will stop at nothing to bring me down. As for my will, I knew Lawyer Seun would manipulate it to favor himself, Bimbo and her children, so I didn't give it to him. My will would be posted to the office of my dear friend, Dr. Jayesimi Ayodeji, 3 days after my locker is rightfully unlocked. Dr. Jayesimi, upon receipt of the will, called for a family meeting and there read the will of late Chief Bunmi Williams to the entire family, including Mr. Donald and Lawyer Seun, in the presence of 4 armed policemen. In the will, Chief Bunmi Williams divided all his properties and monies in various accounts between Dapo, Auntie Bisi and Mr. Donald, his faithful driver and confidant. All his shares, interest in companies and ownership of his company were given to Dapo. He further gave Tola and Tolu the sum of 50 million naira each to be used solely for their education up to postgraduate level. Nothing was given to Bimbo and Lawyer Seun in the will. After reading the will, Dr. Jayesimi told the entire family about the affairs between Bimbo and Lawyer Seun and the fact that Tolu and Tola are not the biological children of Chief Bunmi Williams. Bimbo and Lawyer Seun were arrested by the police for forgery and framing up Dapo, Auntie Bisi and Mr. Donald by implanting marijuana on them. They were tried and sentenced to 3 years in prison each. When Lawyer Seun got out of prison, he was debarred and banned from practicing law in Nigeria. Bimbo, on the other hand, had to start her life over from the scratch. Dapo was taken to India to treat his amnesia and he got better after 3 years. So he returned to Nigeria to take over his dad's company. Thank you for watching. I would love to hear your opinion on this video in the comment section, and please don't forget to like and share this video. You can also support me by subscribing to my channel and turn on the post notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my updates. Thank you. Bye.